Right.
When the vibe's gonna come, it's mad.
Do you know what as well, yeah?
Vibe gonna come. Never know when
Because
the vibe's
sometimes
gonna
you see when you press record, all of a sudden the vibe's gone.
come. I hate that. I hate that.
The vibe's up. You think, oh, you know what? I could record this. Then you record it and the vibe's gone.
Because you got, there's levels to vibes though. When you catch the vibes there, you got to bill it quickly.
Yeah.
And you've got to get yourself amped because you're the one just pioneering the vibe. So you got to push the vibe.
Yeah.
Sell the vibe.
Right.
Like, you ready to ride?
I
feel
like
the
that.
tide.
Yeah.
I'm feeling tired. I'll wake up now. Pow.
Hey, Are You Ready to Ride is the original one, you know.
Are you ready to ride? What? Are you ready to ride?
Hey,
Are you ready to ride?
Yeah, we're gonna do it tonight.
Woo!
Yeah, are you ready to ride?
My dog, are you feeling the ride?
Hey,
But are you feeling the vibe?
Ray,
Are you ready to
ride?
Yeah! That's crazy. That's crazy. That's number one. It's a number one in Macedonia right now. I'm telling you right now. I can feel it. I can feel it, dog.
Oh, mate.
Chuckie, what is it today?
Oh, man. Do you know what? It's a birth. It's a birth.
Can I just say that the selection for champagnes and stuff around here is terrible.
Right.
I went to 2 shops. You saw the one that I ended up over there with no bags, then coming out. So I'd like to, East Africa, could you hand this over to Chuckie, please? As we say happy birthday to the young man. He turns 21 today. They grow up so big.
Hey, love for that.
But what we have to drink today is some apple syrup.
Oh, sensational stuff.
Because Puff Daddy has been actually out here with gigs, and I'm just saying,
Yeah.
East Africa, do you mind handing that over to the fantastic?
We're busting this one, yeah? So
We're gonna bust this one.
Yeah, right, ready. Yeah,
Are you
ready.
drinking East Africa? I just want to know, are you joining in the vibes and the celebrations of Chuck's B-Day?
Yes.
Oh,
My
nice.
brother.
Yeah, that's nice.
Let's go. Soft drinks, what are we choosing?
I'm gonna go for the what's that? Chop.
Chop.
Yeah, going for the
Come
chop.
It's mine over
Could you
here.
pour mine
And a
for
cup.
me, please?
Come on.
Yeah, pour-
man.
Pour mine for me. Yes, it's another one, boy.
You're looking younger. I don't know what you're doing because you need to now reveal the secret. As you get older, you're moving like wine. That's it, you're wine.
Yeah. I feel. Do you know what? Yeah, I feel all right. Like, but I'm going to keep it 100 today.
Please. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate.
Approaching this birthday, I haven't felt good.
Why?
And it's not about the birthday. So it could have, my birthday could have been in December. Right now, I don't feel great.
Huh?
And what I've realized is that like and let me be clear, right this second, I feel great.
Right now you feel
Right
good.
now, I feel very good. And look,
But the surrounding area.
Look, like this, you know what this means to me. You know what it means to just sit down and have a reasoning with my brethren.
Come on.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Come on.
When I'm in that and in these isolated moments, I'm up. When I know when I leave here today, I'm gonna be feeling so good. But just in general, I haven't been. And like, I've realized, like, I was thinking about it the other day, yeah. I realized that like my line between me feeling centered and me feeling like a bit off balance is very fine. It's not it's not a thick line. It's not a, you know, it takes a lot to take me off the circle or like to take me away from being centered. Sometimes it does just take small little things. But the really good thing about it is that I know the solutions. I know that the reason why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling at the moment is because in reality, bro, I feel like I haven't been intentional with some of the things I've been doing at the moment. I feel like I haven't.
All right, can you just, before you go on to the next one, can you just sort of like...
What I mean by that?
Yeah, what do you mean by you haven't been intentional with some of the things that you've been doing?
So even with, let's say, ideas.
Yeah.
I have ideas. I have things that I want to do. Yeah. And I can do them. And we can do them. Or I can have people do things for me or whatever it may be. I've got all of the resources to be able to do some of the things that I want to do. But when I attack the day isn't always intentional to what my plans and objectives are, which is my fault, which is my doing. Yeah. And I think when every day that goes by, it's just a day, it's just a day, it's just a day, it's just a day. But then you start looking back and you're like, 30 days have just gone. 2 months have just gone. 3 months have just gone. And I'm like, I haven't been intentional with the plans that I've wanted to, try and put in place and do and whatever else. And now I started to feel like, yeah, this is affecting me a bit. I need to step that up. Also, just to be clear as well, this is not about money. It's not about like what people would deem as success. For me, it's just the small little things that make my world go around. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, 100%, I'm back.
So yeah, I felt like I haven't been intentional on that. There's also like something that's super personal as well, which I'm not going to talk about, but it's somewhat like I need to have a conversation with someone about something, which I haven't done yet. And I know that once that conversation is done, everything will be cool, but I need to have that conversation. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, like there's a bunch of things that surround that is making it even more of a thing. So I feel like those are a couple things that are making me not feel centered at the moment. But as I said, I know the solution and I know what I can do in order for me to feel a lot better about myself when it comes to that. You know what I mean? So I think the effect on these things that I've just mentioned, these couple of things, there's more, but the effect on them is when I wake up, even though I'm not a morning person anyway.
We know.
I'm not a morning person, but I get things done. You know what I mean? When there's things that need to be done, I get them done. If there's a place that I need to be, I'm going to be there. I'm never going to let anyone down, and I'm not going to let myself down. I'm going to, go and do whatever it is that I need to do. But I also think as well that like it shouldn't be based on me needing to do things. Like usually when I'm centered, I wake up and it's like, right, there's nothing that necessarily needs to be done, but these are the things that I'm going to do today. Do you get what I'm saying? These are the things that I'm going to do today. These are the dots that I'm going to connect. And then when we look at the day, or we look at the month, or we look at the week, or whatever it is, it's like, right, that's been productive or whatnot. Whereas for me now, it's like sometimes I'm waking up and I'm like, well, nothing needs to be done right now. I don't feel that great. I'm gonna defrost however long that takes, and then I'll start to attack the day. That's not how I usually run my thing. It's not how I run my thing. So, like a couple of weeks ago, someone just asked me like, how are you or whatever, and then I thought about it, and it was someone that I was like super close with or whatever, and I responded honestly, and I was like, no, I feel a little bit off. And I went home and I started thinking, why do I feel a little bit off? And I literally pinpointed it to that. You get what I'm saying? I pinpointed it to, not being as intentional as I could be. That's a big thing for me, man. And I feel like that should be a big thing for anyone who's a creative as well. Being intentional. Well, especially when you're the center of your universe, right? So you would now, if you're the center of your universe and you are self-employed or you're running a company or whatever, or you're dictating the course of your life, you can go a bunch of different ways. It's actually, this is the best way of putting it. You see, when you go to school, you have to go to school. They tell you have to go to school. You've got to be in at this time and you've got to leave at certain time. Otherwise there's consequences or whatever, yeah. But you see, when you go college, it's up to you. Like, you don't have to, if you decide that you want to come in late, it's up to you. Because it's your education, it's your life. It's what you want to do. And so for me, usually how I am when I'm centered, I treat my life as if it is school. I got to get up, I need to go and do this, I need to do that. These are the things I've got to do, these are the dots I've got to connect. Do you know what, I want to learn something today, I need to speak to this person, I need to do X, Y, and Z or whatnot. But the thing that has made me not centered is treating college like college and it not being serious. You know what, I just go in when I'm ready.
Can I ask you a question?
Go.
Do you think it's possibly because at one point the motivation is higher and you're driven to do more because there's less of you in situations which don't require much from you. So what I mean by that is everything that you're doing is your doing, and anytime that you're in front of camera and so on and so forth, it's purely because you've created that opportunity yourself.
Definitely.
Now, the less that is happening, but you're still on screen, so you get more corporate deals and you're doing more things where you're still on screen, you're still active, but you're less involved in the creative process. Do you become less involved in the creating process of your own doings to a certain extent? Because it happened to, I'm only throwing this out because that's what happened to me. So at the start, I remember I was doing That's a Rap, and it's me and Quazon, and I'm trying to do every little thing from getting artists to everything. And it was that's how That's a Rap was. That's how a lot of the stuff that I was doing was until like 2012. And then you started, I'm in Copper 90, and everything is done for me. And I'm still on screen. So I'm getting the same objectives that I felt I was getting by me not doing the creative process. But then I realized, wait a minute, now I'm in a habit of just sitting down waiting. And I didn't like that because I didn't have much control. And there were still things that I wanted to do, but because my time was covered up with things that I kind of had to do because this was paid work, I looked at it as money, it took presidency over what I wanted to do. And before you know it, that's a habit. And then you're just like, wow, 30 days have passed and I still haven't even done what I wanted to do, but I've done what all of these other people have wanted me to do.
Yeah.
Do you feel you might have fallen into that habit with all the work that you've got? I hope that made sense.
Yeah, 100%. Not necessarily.
Good.
And I think that is because I'm not as busy as I was last year. I'm balanced in regards to that, and it's good. And I think that is another reason why it's affected me a little bit, because it's almost like last year when I was busier, I could have made an excuse. I could have. Ultimately, it's still going to be an excuse at the end of the day, but I could have made one. But now I don't have an excuse. There isn't an excuse. Do you know what I mean? And I have to hold myself accountable for that. Because I'm like, what I don't want to do, and this, I remember I said this to Tigo actually. I sat down with Tigo at the end of last year, just on an improvement thing. What I was doing was sitting down with some people, and I just wanted to just talk about like ways to improve and whatnot. But one of the reasons why I was doing that is because you know what I don't want to ever do in life, bro, is I never want to coast. I don't want to just float. I don't want to just, you know what, yeah, like things are just going all right, like, you know what I mean, I'm just coasting. That never sits right with me. Coasting never sits right with me. What usually sits right with me is when my brain is ticking when it comes to doing certain things. Do you get what I'm saying? Or being mentally stimulated. And sometimes the mental stimulation comes from me seeking stuff. You get what I'm saying? Seeking certain types of conversations, or, you know, having certain lines of work that might take me out of my comfort zone a little bit, or, you know what I mean? Like just things that I've got to think about, you know? But yeah, like the last couple of months or the last few months, bro, I just started to feel like I'm just coasting a bit. I'm just floating. That's dangerous. Because the more
yeah and no.
Go.
This is where I got to cut you. Yeah and no. Big man, in our line of work, there's no cut-off point. There's no cut-off point. If you work in an office, big man, you don't even like everyone there more time. You got your little tribe that you go do your little cigarette break with. You might even go a little Marbella with them. You have your little, you know what I'm saying, your little clique. You might cuss the people at the end of the corridor. But essentially, when 5 o'clock comes, you might not even talk to these people after then.
Yeah.
You just want to go home. That's your cut-off point. When you do a job that you actually like and it's more like a career path, you're consistently thinking about so much stuff to do with your job. You're not even fully engaged in half the conversations that you have with people. You're consistently thinking about your job somewhere in the back of your mind. You might even be looking at a conversation and think, how could I incorporate parts of this into my job? That's how much this job will take you. So you see that coasting period? Sometimes that's the most healthiest part of your job. If you don't give yourself time to breathe and think about absolutely nothing, just for a period of time, I feel like you become a slave to that way of thinking.
No, I
and
hate
that's very dangerous. Because if you don't know how to cut off, if you don't know how to disassociate yourself, if you want to have a family, children, so on and so forth, my brother, you're going to have to learn how to cut off. And the last thing you want to do is be learning on that job.
Yeah.
Learn how to do it before you do it. So that becomes part of your armory.
Right.
And some people be on this, man, I work 24/7. Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic, my G. I think you might be depressing. Let's have a cut off point sometimes and enjoy. Let's enjoy what we've done. Look back on what you've done. Reflect. Have time to just chill out.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Street pharmacist, if that's what you do.
Right.
Have a juice.
Oh, strong.
Marbella's happening. You know what? I might even go with the work colleagues. Just have a cut-off point sometimes.
Right.
People are afraid to relax after working hard. No. After you've worked hard, relax. But if you are relaxing and you ain't worked hard, my friend, you are what I like to call lazy.
Right.
Privileged. I don't know that. I had 6 people in a 2-bedroom flat in Ferry Lane. I'm not from that. We had to work hard. Yeah. God bless.
yeah, I toast to that still. Well, listen, do you know what is the ironic thing about me, is that sometimes I feel like I switch off. The more busier I am, is the better I am at switching off. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
When I've got time now, and I'm like, you know what? Okay, cool. There's some time to plan. There's some time to do some things or whatever it is. Then like, I might overdo the thinking because I'm not really switching off because I feel like, I'm not really doing so much at the moment. But like, my brain's just ticking. I'm thinking about stuff, which is okay to a degree, but then I haven't switched off, and then 2, you know what? Like, I haven't even done it. I'm thinking, boom, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. We need to think about doing this. I need to have a look at doing that. I need to call this person for this. I need to, whatever. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps, 5 steps. I look back and I'm like, I just done all of that, but I didn't do anything. All of these days just went by and I just didn't even, so what was that for? I sat there and spent so much time thinking about all of these different things that I'm going to do or that I want to do or the X amount of plans or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm trying to watch something on TV. I can't even switch off about it. And I didn't even fucking do it. I didn't even do it.
Yeah, but then it's like you're not... don't you have a creative process in doing things? So I understand myself so well to the point of creating something. I actually know how it works.
Right.
I know that if I think of something, I'm like, that would be a lit idea. Because it's come out of nowhere. I am not putting pressure on myself to have the answers to everything straight away. So whatever it is that I thought about, I tend to then consume content or speak to people just for a period of time that are involved in that one idea that I have. Just so I'm consistently now thinking about it. My mind's always thinking about it. And then all of a sudden, in my notes, which I can show you, because I have notes for every single one of those things that I'm involved in, I then open a folder with that and I just write things every single day that's got something to do with that. And then by the end of the week or the end of 2 weeks, I can show you lists of things to do with that. I'm like, ooh. And now I can actually take that note and create something off the back of it. Because to put pressure on myself to just think of all the it's too much pressure.
Do you know what you do that I like though, actually? And I feel like I need to do more of that. And I've seen you do this before. Like, you think of an idea and then straight away you ring the according person that could help with that thing.
Yeah.
Or that is like, that's close to it.
Yeah.
Immediately, boom, I've got this idea. This is what I think, bam, 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 bam. Have a quick conversation with it. That person who is highly skilled in whatever it is or is close to it, then on to you then, if anything. Yeah, boom. You know what? Yeah, that's good. I can do this. I can do that and whatever. I need to be better at doing that. Sometimes what I do is I may think about something or whatnot, and then I'm just like, I might just, when I speak to that person, I'll let them know or I'll talk about it or whatever. I got to stop doing that.
No, because your thought process is like the DVD logo bouncing around the TV. It's just by itself. Let someone else join in, Chuckie. I just phone someone like, yo, what do you think about this? Nah? All right, cool, say no more. I just need someone that I respect to give me enough information to know whether that's the right move to make or the wrong move to make. Because sometimes I just be thinking of some crazy things, bro. Some crazy shit. And there's always someone to go, all right, Paul, rein it in. Or I think that's kind of crazy. Yeah. Like I got this one idea.
What? Sorry. I'm gonna remember what you just said there.
Yeah.
But you see, like,
My brother.
what happens when someone tells you to rein it in, but you don't feel like you need to rein it in?
Then I don't.
Right.
Because you know what it is? I'm asking your opinion, and I value your opinion based upon logic. If you give me feeling, I don't know how you've lived your life. What's that?
Pineapple.
In the juice. But I don't want the juice. I don't want that no more. I want this. But I'll have the pineapple though. My brother, you know, little pine. Come on.
I'll have some of that.
It's his birthday, you know, big man. How am I getting the pineapple first?
I'll go first.
Alright, say no more.
Yeah, go on.
Ray J. So yeah, so like when you tell me the reasons why you don't think it should happen, I'm just like, if it doesn't make sense to me, my brain just like takes it with a pinch of salt. And I remember that you said it, but you haven't given me clear justification why we can't do
You
this.
just ring someone else.
I probably don't. I just go, do you know what? Let me develop it a little bit more. Sometimes I blame myself, like maybe I didn't articulate the message clear enough because your response, it doesn't really make sense to what I've said. So maybe that's my fault. Let me go back and reword the message, but I just kind of just dismiss it until you say something where I'm like, oh shit,
Right.
that makes perfect sense why I shouldn't do this, you know?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
out.
I hear that.
I'm out.
I hear that still. Yeah, I hear that. You said that, I don't know if you remember, you literally just said that you had this idea and you was about to go into what the idea was. Do you remember?
No.
Oh man, sorry.
No, I'm joking. The good thing is that conversation we had gave me enough time to also think, should I speak about
Yeah,
that
right.
idea?
Yeah, I hear that.
And then I thought,
Should I tell this idea? Next
Well,
minute now you see someone else doing it.
nah, they couldn't do it, man. You told
Now
you.
there's certain ideas, bro, that like no matter how much, no matter where you say it or who you say it to, yeah, there's no minerals or sauce over there to execute it. Like we could do the same thing, but it's just not the same thing.
Even if someone stole my idea, I don't think I'm that attached to it anymore, man. I used to be really, really upset, but then I just realized, you know what, man? At least I know I'm good at what I do.
Yeah.
It would be nice to live in an honest world, but hey, we got Top Boy, and I did enjoy Top Boy, despite the fact that I haven't seen the new series properly.
Oh well, in your own time, there's no rules. But on your birthday now, because we were supposed to record on yours.
Jesus Christ.
We were supposed to record on yours.
I'm still recovering now. I still feel the pain.
I'm not gonna lie. When we was walking here, your walk was different. Still,
Is
your
it?
walk wasn't like your walk. See, your natural walk is so flamboyant, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Your walk today was very. I just stepped out of the office.
Allow me, man.
Yeah,
And them
yeah.
bags are heavy. I can't lie to you. And I had the little jog today as well. Nah, man.
Go on.
I don't know what happened, Chuckie, man. I cannot lie to you. I just know that when we were at the dinner, I didn't feel great.
Yeah,
So
the
what I
dinner for
kept
your
doing was
birthday, by the
walking
way.
around.
So
I had a birthday dinner at number 5. Shout out number 5. Hornsey, you're done now. Good little food there. Had a good time. And then, before then, I felt the pain. So I just tried to ignore it throughout. I said to myself,
what pain now?
bro, I had this pain in my chest, bro. Like right here. And I was just like, this feels weird. It was
Underneath your heart.
yeah, it was just mad uncomfortable. So I was just like, forget it, man. Getting old, innit? It's my birthday. Ignored it. By the time I got back to my house, everyone came back to mine. I just said to myself, my G, I feel like there's someone sitting I feel like I'm pregnant in my chest, big man. Like, what the hell is going on? This is mad. I need to go to bed. So I just went straight to bed. By the time I woke
Everyone
up,
was in your yard still.
yeah, I left them, man. I don't mind. They can just chill. I don't really give a shit. So, but the killer is, I couldn't sleep. The pain was so intense, I couldn't sleep. So I remember everyone leaving. I remember other stuff.
Yeah. Doing your thing for the
It's my
community.
birthday, man.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just
Doing
I'm here
your
for
thing for the community.
through the pain.
Right.
A little bit of pleasure.
Strong.
Come on.
Me.
So then bro, like I remember the little half an hour sleep I got, woke up in the morning, my bro, Jesus Christ, I was in so much pain. I couldn't move. The pain had gone from like my chest to my back. I was just like, and I don't phone police, I don't phone ambulance, I don't phone fire, I don't phone any of these guys. I had to swallow that. I was like, yo, please, people, can you just send someone? Send anybody. Just come and save me, dog. I'm in pain. I phoned 999. Big man, they ignored the whole thing.
What?
They said to me, unless it's a real emergency. I said, no, I'm just trying to be calm. I'm in serious pain. I'm here by myself. I wasn't by myself. I'm here by myself. Can you please just... They ignored, bro. So then I phoned like 111 or something like that. And then they said...
Yeah, what is that other number? There's another number.
I found an alternative number anyway.
Yeah.
And then, then they came. And then, boy, when they came... I just thought, let me just turn it into a little joke, put a little picture on my gram. I thought I'll be fine. Bro, I went into the hospital like 7:30. I left at like 5 p.m., 6 p.m.
Shit.
Test after scan. They're panicking. I'm just like, what? I'm in a corridor for like 55 minutes. These white walls that were once white and now mixed race. And I'm just looking at them like, this corridor is dirty. It just stinks.
Was
There's
you on
some
your
woman
own?
screaming. Yeah, G.
Fucking hell, man. Sorry.
And then my mum had to come out of nowhere like, yo, because of the COVID restrictions, you can't even do anything. Then my mum just had enough. She just started doing that yardie accent and bare things, and they just let her through.
Is it still?
Actually, tell her like, no, there was a
can't go
guy
into
that
some-
actually watches this podcast. Shout out you.
What
He has
happened?
COVID. A guy watches this podcast. Shout out you. Thank you, my brother. He actually went and got my mum.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Because
man.
there's certain parts of the
No,
hospital
Diddy
you
was
can't
in
go
there,
in, right?
but
Because
go on.
there's certain parts of the hospital you can't go in, right? Because of the COVID thing.
Not when my mum went mad. When this guy
Serious?
brought my mum through, she started talking about, this is my only son. These
Yeah.
times she's got tree.
Yeah.
She started getting mad over there. I just said, you know what? You see Jamaicans, when they're ready to lie to get what they want.
Oh, yeah. Convincing, yes.
What? I had to love her for that, man. So shout out my mum. And there wasn't just my mum. There was my friend there as well. That
Yeah.
She helped me very nicely.
Right.
Come on.
So, what happened in the end?
Well, they gave me like 7 pills a day to take. So I was on like 7 pills a day for like 8 days.
Did you start feeling better?
Yeah. I feel much better now.
Yeah.
And then I started feeling progressively better throughout the week.
Right.
But at the same time, they just couldn't really tell me what it was. So that's kind of peed me off. So
What did it do? See, like when you was going through what you was going through, yeah? What did it do to your thought process? Like, you know, like sometimes when you're having a good time, you know what I mean? Life is good. You're having a good time. You're doing the things that you want to do, whatever. Then all of a sudden, you're hit with something, yeah, that like kind of stops you a bit. And it's put you in a place that you was not expecting to be at, which is the hospital, essentially.
yeah.
And you're having to spend hours there. On top of the fact that like you got to do tests after test. They're rushing around. Doctors as well and nurses, as good as some of them are, some of them have this thing of delivering news as if something mad's about to happen. Fucking hell. The way that they're talking, yeah, is like, fam, it sounds like, I don't even know what you're talking about, but what you're saying sounds mad serious to me, yeah? What did it do to your thought process at the time? Like, how was you thinking?
I don't take nothing serious, but I just knew I was in pain. The longer, I just felt like, I think it was I took a CT test or something like that. And that was like the 7th test or scan or something.
Yeah,
I'd done
it's
so
a
much
CT
stuff.
scan, isn't it? Yeah.
When I took the CT and they said something about knowing that I'm in pain. They're like, you can see that there's a lot of pain, but we can't figure out what it is. At that point, I was like, you know what, yeah, I can't lie to you. You see, when I get out of this, I was like, I know this is all going to be done in like a week's time. We'll have to sort it out. I'm jogging every day. Every day when I wake up, I'm waking up. I'm not going to wake up and slowly start my day.
Right.
I'm just going to open the door and just run for 30 minutes and then walk back to my house and then look at all the things I've got to do, and I've got to just get stuff done. That's all I kept thinking. So that's even now to now. Like, just every day, there's just bare things I need to get done. I'm just getting it done. I just want it done. I don't care about it. It's going to be a little bit, I'm going to be insensitive for a period of time. I don't give a damn. I need things done. Because I realized that, do you know what? Half the time I'm stressed about things that are not getting done. And then when I was in that hospital, I was still thinking about work things that are not getting done.
Yeah, I'm
and
like
I was
that.
just like, raw, like even in my worst point, I still have no clear mind. I am dying for a clear mind. So I am getting everything done. I've just said that's all it is. Proper on it, Chuckie.
Yeah.
Proper on it. And I'm zero tolerance to things that I know are not good for me. I know it sounds mad crazy, but that corridor for 55 minutes, I could smell cabbage. There was no cabbage in the whole of the hospital.
Jesus
Why am
Christ.
I smelling cabbage? Why? And
Well,
it didn't smell like fresh cabbage. It was like 10-day cabbage water. I was just in this
Mad.
corridor with these cream walls, and they're not even intentionally cream. It was frazzling my brain. When I come out of here,
These times is someone's panty.
I saw an old woman taking a shit. I've opened a bloody door to go. This
Oh
woman
my
just,
God.
it was just horrible. North Whittington
Oh,
Hospital.
shit.
You've got to improve, man.
Oh, when you walked in now, she's got her panties down, shitting off the place. and that.
Shitting off the place, bro, and it stank.
Oh my!
I don't know
God.
what's in her diet. You see, when I get that age, I'm just gonna be eating cabbage and them thing there because
Yeah, you know, obviously, when you get to a certain age now, and you've just been doing a whole bunch of madness, and you ain't flushed your system out properly, then you can just only imagine the absolute rawity that is in the intestines and the stomach and the. Oh my God!
worse than Steve-O. If you smell Steve-O's right, fam, in Filthy Fellas the other day, Steve-O let something rip, dog. I can't. It smelled worse than the hospital. That's the only thing worse than the hospital smell. Steve-O, he needs a clean out. Because when he gets to the same age as that woman I saw in that toilet taking a
Oh
shit,
my God.
I cannot lie to you. Whatever comes out of Steve-O's ass,
Yeah.
nuclear weapon.
Oh my God.
Nuclear. North Korea taking it now. I'm telling you,
my
nasty.
God, man.
And South, dirty.
Oh my
Steve-O's thing
God.
is just fucking hell, man. Steve-O, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Diet anyway. But yeah, flipping, being in the hospital and that is it's nuts. I tell you, it is nuts. It's great when it just quick, you leave and then you're out of there, whatnot. But when, you know what, like, when you add to the fact that, like, one, they're understaffed, two, you know, there are a lot of trainees there. There are some people that may not necessarily have great experience just yet. And then, you know what, if you can't afford to do the private thing, then, you know, you're kind of stuck with that, and it's tough.
You say that, yeah, but then the thing is, yeah, I said to them inside the hospital, I was like, you know what? No disrespect to you, like, you've been fantastic, but I just want to go private. You know what the woman said?
I do private as well.
She goes, thank you. She's like, what are you going to do? Just book me when I'm off these work hours. I was like, what? She goes, that's what everyone does. She goes, private, we're the same doctors. We just that. She said, look at it like this. A football coach can work in a school as a football coach and he will still do football sessions outside of that. And I was like, I hope that's not the case for everything. This is just me. This is what she told me anyway. And I was just like, if that's the case, I'll just come here. I thought private was the next thing, like, ooh.
Well, it's
get
quick.
me?
Like, I think, like, more time, because that was an eye opener for me. See, when I had my knee surgery,
Yeah.
I went through the NHS, but I went into a place where it was private. Because they do
What?
private and NHS. I said I wanted blouse and skirt. So luckily I got the best, whatever's supposed to be the best treatment. But it's all the same thing.
That is a con.
But do you know what though?
This better be a big
Had I
Aisha
have
Diaz.
gone private in the beginning,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had to wait a year and a half to get the surgery. In the
Oh, so
first
all
place.
it does is it speeds up the process.
Speeds up the process. So luckily for me, I wasn't in pain. I just knew there was something that wasn't right with my knee.
So then basically, I should only go private when it's something mad urgent.
Mad urgent.
Well then, big man, I can wait because I'm back. I'm not going nowhere. I feel great. I look great. Benja, you done know. Mix it with little Fendi, you done know.
Strong.
Out here, Chuckie's birthday, pineapple in my juice.
Yes.
Come on.
And you know what? Anyway, off that, just came back from Marbella.
Yes, what you
Yeah.
saying?
You know what? Oh, we had a sensational time.
That's what I want to hear.
Let me tell you this, yeah?
Please.
Oh, that was such a highlight. I am not going to go into the ins and outs of the Stag because
It's private.
that's private.
Come on.
But what I will say is, one, it was an honor organizing it.
Come on. Oh, is that your feeling now?
Yeah?
Spirity.
It was an honor organizing it. The
All right.
Villa. Oh, let me tell you this, actually. Yeah?
Aston.
So, right.
Come on. Nah, the girls don't say that though, trust me. We're all night. We be all night.
You see, when you're organizing something like this, it's always difficult because you're trying to accommodate so many people that are in different stages in their life.
Different circumstances.
And different circumstances.
It's mad.
It's always difficult, especially
Go on.
when you're doing it last minute. If you're doing it a year in advance, then it's different. I think a lot of people do that. They know a year in advance they're going X, Y, they just book it, and then people can just pay off either straight away if they're good like that, or some people can just put up payment plans or whatever it may be. Yeah.
Whatever to their convenience.
Whatever's to their convenience. But this was different because of the circumstances, we had to do it last minute. We had to turn it around, whatever, yeah. And so for that, you know, there's a list of people that my friend wanted me to invite, but also I'm having to look at, okay, cool, one, I need to get a big enough space, need to get something that everyone can afford, and boom, 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 boom. And then it got to a point where it was like, I'm trying to do so much to accommodate everyone, yeah. I had one conversation with someone and it was like, listen, you know what? You just have to just book what you can that is nice and that is comfortable enough, and whoever can make it can make it. If they can't, they can't. It's just one of them unfortunate things. You just need to find out like who definitely 100% is non-negotiable, has to be there. Yeah. So boom, did that. Few people dropped out, but I'll be honest with you, as much as it would have been good being there, of course it would have. It would have been amazing that they was there. But I'm not gonna lie.
They missed out.
Yeah,
there are some trips like that, man.
Let me tell you this. It just worked out lovely because the villa that we got was just enough for the right amount of people that was there. If there was more people in there, we wouldn't have been able to use that villa. We'd had to have got a next villa. But then also when you look at logistics of like moving around, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's more people to
There's
worry
more
about.
people. There's
less
more people to worry
about, sir.
Right, exactly. Or if there's loads of people, it's like hard to thing, whatever. You know, we had a driver called Pepe, yeah, who was, do you know what I mean, took us where we was going and whatnot. And we could just move when we wanted to move and how we wanted to move. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Better than the Arsenal winger.
Oh, I'm telling you, strongly. But you know what? I think more than anything, the real good thing about it was, yeah, is just, you know, when you're just spending time with your brethrens.
Brother.
And you know, like, again, as you start to hit different stages in your life, as you start to hit a certain stage in your life, circumstances, again, some people have families, you get what I'm saying? Some people have, you know, a certain type of business where they have to travel all over the place or whatever it may be. So
whatever your responsibility is may come into play.
And you might not always be able to be in the same environment together for a bunch of days. Yeah. But you choose this day or a few days and you're just out and you're just enjoying life. Oh my God, bro. We had such a good time. Bro, it was so fun. I drank so much alcohol though. I drank so much alcohol.
Yeah, don't stop now though, big man. I can't lie to you. And
yeah,
by the way,
I need to top up,
it is better with the Sprite.
Top.
Come on, Ross.
Pause.
Please.
Yeah, strong. Neat. But and a Sprite, please. But yeah, there was one particular day, bro. We were drunk the whole day. The whole day, bro. You know, like, I'm not a paralytic drunk, innit? I'm just not. But I'm a vibes drunk when I'm ready.
Come
back to the villa and it's just a big, strong vibes. And we're just running some reggae music and just singing to tune and whatnot. The villa's I couldn't find the fucking any plates to eat because I just wanted to have a quick snack. But the vibe's so up. You get what I'm saying? The vibe's up. I'm singing to tune. We're just in there, just vibes and whatnot. Bro, I see a picture when we come back. I've got a frying pan and I'm eating Kellogg's in the frying pan with almond milk or oats milk, singing some Jacure tunes. My vibe was in a different place that day.
You know what? As crazy as I am, and people go, he's so mad. I know it's seen everyone. I'm just here. I'm just you drunk every day.
Oh, man.
I like when I hear things like that because it makes me realize I'm not crazy. You're just sober.
Yeah, I hear that. Exactly. But nah, do you know what? It was sick, man. Like, we had a really good time. It was fun. The flight was delayed and whatever, but Marbella is a funny place. I'll tell you why it's a funny place, because you see, like, for that environment and for what the circumstances was then, perfect. Is it my type of... I don't think it's any of our type of places to go, really. If I look at all the people that was there, maybe barring one person, I don't think any of us would really just go there, like, as a place of, like, full enjoyment. Yeah, like, you might go there for a certain particular vibe, but just where it's just not really my thing so much like that. But for what it was, we just fully enjoyed it. But bro, I'm telling you, these places, man, one, is costly. I'll tell you that. It is very costly. And two, there's all different types of businesses that are going on in there. And you just start to see, like, there was like a moment where I felt like I was in a game. It felt like I was like, we're like in the middle of Marbella, and there's so much things that are getting orchestrated around us and not centered on us. I just mean in that proximity, yeah. There's just so much things getting organized and people getting placed in certain places and all of that, yeah. I'm just noticing it and I'm like, this is just mad. I just feel like I'm in a game because ultimately, what you're seeing, someone's controlling this. Someone owns this. I'm not saying it's a mafia boss, but I'm saying it might be. yeah. There's a lot of controlling going on. There's a lot of moving parts and whatever. And
You've seen it. You're looking at it and you're like, I recognize this type of movement.
When you take a moment out of... See, when you're drunk and you step out of being drunk and you actually start paying attention to what's happening around you, you start feeling like, rah, this is like a mad game. It's actually like a mad game. But, bro, in terms of enjoyment, oh, mate. Top tier stuff, bro.
Did you need it right now?
Oh, I needed that. I needed that.
Is it one of them ones that you didn't even know you needed it until you had it?
Yeah, because I thought I was feeling the way that I was feeling all leading up to the holiday and that. And I knew that we was going to enjoy it. But I think it was the moment that when I got the key and we stepped into the villa, that's when I thought, oh, no, you know what? Hey, this is going to be all right, you know?
Yeah.
We're going to have a great time. And we did. And I'm just looking forward to just doing more of... I just want to do more things with friends, man. Do you know what I really want to do? I want us to go to Jamaica.
Oh, bad.
I want us to go to Jamaica and just have a 7 to 12 day.
Just chill, man.
You get what I'm saying? A young car, just get a young car, maybe in the hills somewhere, chill out. And I just feel we got to do that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'd love.
And I advise like anyone that like can, whenever they can, like even if it's just one time a year or a year and a half or whatever. Like, yeah, just take that, go there and just go and just enjoy the moments. Enjoy the moments. You know, I'm coming back from that with already so much priceless memories. Yeah, like, you know, a place like that, you might, as a man, you end up having to spend more money than you would if you was a woman. If you're a woman, you're all right. You can just step in places. You get what I'm saying? You might turn up to a place as a guy with bare man and it's a bit more, it's a techie. You got to spend X amount of money for that.
Just
with a gal, you just walk up and more time is open up the thing, you walk in, you're all right. But yeah, man.
I hate that,
Good time, man.
But I understand it because I encourage it.
Yeah.
The world, you know. The world crazy.
Man.
The world is full of contradictions. I'm sorry I'm going left, but when I just think about that one scenario, I'm just like, rah.
Bro, to bits.
This world is actually fucked.
To bits.
The narratives pushed through popular culture are absolutely so fucked.
I'm going to say one thing on the Stag. One thing. Man, don't worry. It's cool. I got you. We went to a beach club, yeah? And at first, when we got to the beach club, they're saying... We had someone out there that was patterning certain things. So I was like, oh, like, where's good to go or whatever? Can you book us this or whatever, yeah? If anyone needs the link, by the way, I'll send it to you. So anyway, she was great. She was like, yeah, go to this restaurant. That's happening. Boom, 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 boom. She was patterning places. So anyway, we've got to one beach club, but we've got there late. Bearing in mind, beach club finished at 8. We got there about 5:30. So the woman's told us, yeah, boom, this is the price for the bed. I'm saying, rah. Like, that is a lot of money for the time that we're there. But only there for 2.5 hours. So I'm saying, like, is there nothing you can do? She's saying, no, there's nothing you can do. The price is set. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm like, is it even busy in there? Because you can't see whether it's busy or not. You could just hear the music, yeah? So one of them's told me, look, I'll walk you in so you can walk around and see what it's saying. So I'm like, cool. So she's walked me in there. I'm not going to lie, it looked all right still. So I've come back. I've come back and I told them, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. So then they said, look, no, we'll give it to you for this price or whatnot. So we're like, cool. So we've paid the money. We've gone in. We've had our little thing. We've ordered some food and whatnot. Then, I'm sorry to say this, yeah. I'm sorry, innit? But there was a lot of Arab men in there at one point, yeah. And at one point, I looked in the pool and there was about 25 to 30 Arab men in flamingos.
What?
They was all on floating flamingos.
That is...
bare Arab man in the pool in flamingos. Yeah? So I sit back on the bed now and I said to myself, Blaz and skirt, why is there so much man in the pool? in flamingos. Then you know how my mind works. Here's how my mind works.
Go true.
Let's revert this now to Arab women. If there was 25 to 30 Arab women in the pool, in flamingos, I just have this strong feeling that these lot would have a lot to say about that. They would have a lot to say about that. And I thought, you know what? You're not doing anything wrong here. There's nothing wrong because you're enjoying yourself. These men were really, really having a... let me tell you something. These men were having a sensational time together.
Oh,
They didn't even know.
Chuckie, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter what you tell me. 25 men in the pool in flamingos, for me, honestly, just for me, stinks.
It's a stinker.
It stinks.
It's an absolute
I don't
stinker.
care what you tell me. I don't care how much of a good time there. They could have bought every bottle of Ciroc on planet Earth. That image in my mind stinks.
Right.
Thank you.
So, anyway, then I started to think to myself, the world is built of contradictions.
So much.
And it just is what it is. And it just is what it is. For that moment, this just is what it is. There's bare man in the pool, in flamingos. They're having a great time. And the fact of the matter is, one of them could have turned around to me and said, I know what you're thinking. I know you're thinking that I may have a problem with seeing some of our women in the pool like that. But one, I'm going to tell you that I wouldn't have a problem. And two, the fact of the matter is, they're not. They're not in the pool. It's us. It's us.
I just had a thought. Is most of life tribal and some of us just mind our own business?
Elaborate.
So,
I like this.
my mum used to put Dettol in the bath when I was younger.
Oh, yeah.
I don't imagine this happening in every household. But when I told people that lived in similar circumstances like me, same shade of skin color as me and ting, they just understand where I'm coming from. Right. So if you don't understand, mind your business. I'm still here, looking good, skin young, age young. I look great on a day like this. It's your birthday. Why do I have to look like this? Do you understand where I'm coming from? Is that Ciroc?
Yes.
Pour it from in here.
Pour.
Come on, fam. Pour it up. So this is my thing right now. Certain people just have certain situations going on because of the way their lives, whatever. Sometimes we have to mind our own business unless we're willing to be there for the long run. Because if you want to go and solve that problem, I just feel then there's many other problems within that community that are going to be affected by that. So you might as well stay there and sort them all out.
You can't sort them all out though.
But then, because it's so fucked, because there are some things that happen in certain communities that need to be fucking stopped. It's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, but okay, this is good.
So if you could talk to the leaders of that community, then maybe fair enough. But it's just the way certain things
But
are
what
going about.
What if the leaders don't? If the leaders don't want it to change, then it won't change.
No, there's all types of leaders in the community though. I'm not talking about leaders by society standards.
Okay.
Giggs is the leader of my community.
Right.
But no one can't tell me nothing. I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah.
I feel no way.
I hear that.
Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily have to have a leader in which it's what the country says. No, there are leaders in certain communities. Like, you think people don't come in and check in with Giggs when they come London?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know none of this
I love
for sure.
all of that, by the way.
I don't know any of this for sure, but I'm just saying I saw him and Puff Daddy.
Right.
I just feel like everyone
And
checks
that's
in with
not.
Giggs.
It's not just been Puff Daddy. It's been. I can go.
Oh no, we can go on forever. But Puff Daddy is been here. He said 10 years from now we'll still be on top.
Right.
It's been more than 10 years.
It's been 30.
And I can't lie to you, he's with Giggs. I'm just looking at leaders respect leaders, you know where I'm coming from. But that's a whole nother conversation.
And honourable shout out to Diddy's hair dye as well. Strong.
Oh, very strong. So anyway, back to the point of, I just feel like if you want to change certain things in certain communities, there's just certain ways to go about it. Put it that way. There's ways to go about it if you really care. And I just think nowadays people just scream about something happening in the community, don't know the actual community, but they're just outraged by something. They have no knowledge of anything to do with the community, but all in their mind is, this needs to stop now. And it's just like, I appreciate the intention, I appreciate that part, but shouldn't you learn more about how it got here so we can try and dissect it properly so we can actually get to it, rather than you just saying, well, that's my attempt just for you to feel good about yourself.
Yeah. And I think the thing is as well, I think as well though, like, See, the tribal thing is a good thing. But it's a bad thing when the idea of something being tribal is, to me, not bad.
It's great.
It's one person or a group of people in a tribe that changes the intentions or the purity of the direction in which the tribe is trying to go.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you get what I'm saying?
There's always communities. Even in a tribe, there are communities within that tribe.
Yes.
But usually everyone has one intention. I imagine there are people that live lives as Muslims and as Christians and so on and so forth. And tribally, they're all part of the same tribe. But guess what? All their intentions are going to be different. You shouldn't use the worst example of someone's intention within that tribe to epitomize the whole tribe.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just you trying to shit on someone because you feel like you're better. Or do you know where I'm coming from? When people be like, oh, they'll say something bad about Christians, like, boy, you don't even know what this girl's doing. She's a Christian. It's like, yeah, but there's like 20 other Christians
Facts.
not doing that. So why are we just focusing on her? Like,
That's
really,
facts.
she's what the hell, man? Like, what the hell's going on? Do you know where I'm coming from? So,
No, I hear that
man.
still.
Tribals,
I think.
tribals, man.
Do you think, like, ultimately, I guess there's always going to be contradictions in tribes, though, right?
There's going to be good and bad in everything. It's going to be good and bad in everything.
So who is it for anyone to come in and say to someone what contradiction is right and wrong, right? Or unless we universally could agree on certain things. Like, sometimes we might all universally turn around and say taking someone's life is wrong. But to some people, that's not. I mean, I know I'm using a big example here.
No.
Do you
I
get what I'm
understand where
saying?
you're coming from, but it's like, for me, it's this, innit? Dance a yard,
Before.
you dance abroad.
Come on.
And that's all it is. I'm not trying to say it's not great that you're not trying to help someone over there. But your kitchen's dirty. Why are you trying to mow their lawn? Your kitchen's dirty. There's nappies in there from last week. Forget their lawn. Go clean your kitchen. I just don't think people live by that principle. I think sometimes people like avoiding problems within their own life by pointing out someone else's problems just to deter them from thinking about their own problems. I see that happening all the time. I think that's the biggest problem in life. We're not trying to sort out things within our own tribe. I watched the Parkinson interview with Muhammad Ali. I'll never forget the one scene that really gripped me, and it's still on YouTube to this day. That's why they silenced this man. They had this guy in the crowd who picked up two boxers. One was black, one was white. And he said to Muhammad Ali something along the lines of, why are you always trying to talk about black people? I'm out here trying to bring black and white people together. To which the very middle class, predominantly white crowd all got up and applauded. Muhammad Ali said, I have too many discrepancies within my black people for me to try and bring black and white people together. I'm trying to bring black and black people together. Crowd went silent. Because that's the reality. That's the truth. Not this ideology you have in your head. That's the truth. So I feel like when life is tribal and the leaders speak with right intentions, I think things can go forward. The only problems is the balance of life that exists. And that's what creates the problems, not the actual intentions of the majority of the people in the tribe. They're never really the problems. It's always the leaders, so to speak. Yeah. And whoever follows the leader's orders. Those are the problems. Not like...
But and I think also to peel it back a little bit more anyway, pause is that like, listen, and we, I always revert back to this a lot of the time, is that there's not
clocking where he went. Go on.
Yeah, there isn't a universal right or wrong.
I don't think that exists.
Nah. So when there are tribes created...
No, there are some universal rights and wrongs.
Go.
There are some things universally that, fam, in any tribe, man should get shot for.
Go.
Utes. Big man, Tim Westwood. I think that's wrong.
Right. And guess what? So do I.
But there are in some tribes you can marry 13-year-old girls.
Right.
I hear where you're coming from. Because I could be talking about that, but these times in my tribe, look what go on.
You understand what I'm saying? But hear the balance. But hear the balance now. But hear the balance now. But hear the balance.
I can still say that's wrong?
I would still say that what they're doing. Like, so obviously I would say that that's wrong. It's their trap, whatever. In my opinion, but where my mind and where I've been raised and whatever, I've been raised a certain type of way in a certain community, and I've been raised in the West, and there's certain things that, I just adopt or whatever. But let me just get to a thing here. Yeah, they might do something that is really, really really pure and really good in that tribe that we do naturally over here that they might think is mad. Do you get what I'm saying? So like when we look at, I don't know what example to give here, but let's just say like, you know, in, I don't know, like,
The hospitality, man. How about that?
oh yeah, maybe, yeah, maybe. Yeah, the hospitality vibe. They could be so hospitable in some way as a full community, so embracing. And you look at maybe over here and you're like, well, nah, it's just not the same. And I guess that you can't really compare that with abusing a child. I'm just trying to find like the right equivalency. But essentially what I'm saying is that with that person doing what they're doing, they might think that they're right in that, which we would look at and say is wrong. But they might also do something that is so right over there. And when we look at ourselves, we're saying to ourselves, right, in reflection, that's wrong. What we're doing is wrong.
Do you know what?
Am I complicating it?
No. Do you know what? You're making sense. I hear where you're coming from because you're basically saying there's rights and wrongs in both communities. So more or less, it is dance a yard.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying don't address certain things and not say that they're bad. But for certain communities to invest so much time in trying to change something in certain areas, it's just like you're actually ignoring what's happening in your own community. And if you can sort out your own community and make that a reflection of what you want the world to see, at least the world can see what you're trying to say as opposed to what you're trying to preach, so to speak, if that makes any sense. So like, for example, I don't know, within my work, a small example is when I was doing this job early on, I didn't see enough young people I felt in positions where they were presenters by right, or they were personalities or whatever. Or most importantly, I always used to say, I'm just poet. I used to always say I'm poet. Or what do you do? I'm poet. From early, I used to be, I do whatever I want because I'm multi-layered. And I used to always preach that from 2012, 2013. And the reason why I did that is because that's the tomorrow I wanted to see. And then throughout that, then I got loads of other individuals around me that felt the same. You project that message loud enough. Now you've all got bigger positions within this economy. All of a sudden there's more people listening to you. Now there's tons of people that just go, this is who I am, I can do what I want. I'm not saying I'm the reasons why it happened. I said I'm part of the influence within that happening. Right. I wanted tomorrow to be like that. If more communities thought like that, then what happens is you create more versions of what you want to see tomorrow, so you can show another community, look, this is the blueprint, this is how you do it, you should do the same potentially if this is an issue within your community. And I feel like that's the way you would solve more problems. But when you've got, like, for example, people within this country wanting to put down all of these individuals for being, I don't know, kiddie fiddlers, but the royal family got them. It's just like, well, I don't know, because you're not really punishing anyone over there, but you're punishing all of these individuals. So what you're doing is like you're creating a hierarchy to problems within society. So if you are considered an individual of royalty or in the Houses of Parliament, you can get away with fuckery. But if you're just your everyday individual, we're flinging you in prison. Like, that is not a good message for a community to send because it's too confusing. Now people are going to feel like, oh, I have to be rich and famous in order to get away with murder. No, that shouldn't be the life in your country. It should be that there are some things that are immoral that if anybody does, they're punished equally. Why is there differences for this punishment because of social status? Yeah. That's crazy. What type of message are you sending?
Yeah, hierarchy is fuckery sometimes though, still.
Sometimes. Woo, most times, boy.
Yeah, hierarchy is mad.
Hierarchy is what kills our community within hip-hop, grime, drill. Within all of this, hierarchy is what kills our community, because hierarchy and status is such a small scale within our communities that it takes somebody with a huge hierarchy, and the person with that huge status will usually have loads of money as well. And because we don't have lots of money, all of a sudden that's the way for you to prize individuals to doing whatever you want. It's the reason why I like saying Giggs is the leader. Because at least he's somebody from our community that's huge influence, and I trust him being a leader more than I trust
definitely
any of these other wankers. Do you know where I'm coming from? So
definitely. I like that example that you've given there with that, actually.
So I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know where we're going. I went on a tangent as per usual. But do you know what? Shout out Benjart, man.
Honourable shout out to Benjart each and every time. Benjart.com. You already know.
I went on a mad tangent. Sorry about that, bro. Yeah, fuck them, innit?
Oh yeah, no,
joking.
Cool. Sorry, no, it was just an important thing. But boom, yeah, ready, Howlers.
Now, big man, do you know what? There are some people in life. I was thinking to myself, like maybe the older you get, the further you should go from your phone. Because sometimes some things when you're older, they sound really, really great in your head because you speak to a smaller community of people. So like your ability to understand what's happening outside is so much smaller. Like, because you don't talk to a large group of people. Exhibit A.
Talk about, and we need to, and I'm going to address it today. And some people might get offended. Caribbeans out there, Jamaicans, Asians, whatever you are, that live here but you're born here, and you hear us as British people of Caribbean descent doing the accent, and it's not spot on, and you laugh. That's not very Jamaican, is it? It sounds more English. It's supposed to be. We don't want to be from the Caribbean. We're actually glad we were born here. Right? I was born Clapham South. Right? All right. It's a Tesco's now, right? It was called Clapham South Hospital for Women. It's now Tesco's. Let's move on from that. I was born here and I'm fucking proud, right? I said it, right? And we are all proud, the ones that are born here. You try and make us feel bad for the fact that our parents came and had us over here, but they did it for a reason. So we could have a British passport. That means that anywhere you go in the world, right? They cannot tell you nothing. You know how many times I've been to Belgium, Germany, and the people at the customs look at me and they're vexed.
First of all, you're talking shit. I went to Sweden the other day, my brother, and I had the most amount of problems getting into the country. Would you like to know why? Brexit. So, my guy that I've grown up and loved, he even let me into Wood Green Shout one time. Like, this guy is an individual that had a show, TRL, he was on Channel 4, he's one of the most influential guys at the time. Early, you could never put him down. But Mr. Richard Whitewood, I don't know what fuck you are speaking about, my brother. You're one of the oldest guys in our community. You're meant to be giving a message that helps, makes us feel as black people we're powerful, but somehow you're admiring the Burgundy Book, the same Burgundy Book that made Windrush and sent loads of people back for actually helping rebuild this country after the Second World War. They just sent loads of Jamaicans back, but you're out here praising the Burgundy Book, the same Burgundy Book that gives me problems just going to Sweden to see my fucking little children, my beautiful little boys. I can get questioned for like an hour walking into this country, and it's just Sweden. It's 2.5 hours away. This Burgundy Book, this same Burgundy Book that's got Mrs. Priya Patel sitting in some house who's brown as well, who feels that she's now an enemy to us.
Strong. And
you got Rwanda, and I'm just gonna send people to Rwanda. This Burgundy Book, my brother, what are you talking about? People had to fight during COVID just for black people to be on television so black women could have more of a voice and a presence. And I'm not talking light skin, I'm talking the darker shade that you didn't want there in the first place. And now we've got the comedians and all of these people there. So Richard Blackwood, I don't know what the hell is going on, my brother, but you're someone from our community that I loved and admired. But for you to be out here preaching this Burgundy Book and saying people that are born here were happy, I can tell you I have not been happy in years. When I was 21 years old, I went to Enfield and I had a football team, and we got told we're the best coloured team they've seen in 10 years. Coloured, oh my Crayola. My brother, why am I happy about the Burgundy Book? The Burgundy Book's backside, fam. Can't lie, fam. Shout out Jamaica and everybody that's proud of where they're from. Really from.
Do you know what? I'm so tempted to name this podcast The Burgundy Book. The Burgundy Book.
Man are out here repping the Burgundy Book.
Do you know what?
Nah,
honorable shout out
man.
to him still, because I do fuck with him still.
So do I,
yeah,
but that's
I hear exactly where you're coming
bro.
from. Yeah, I hear where you're coming from. Do you know what as well? Yeah, I think maybe for me, I would say in that is like, I'm more proud of what my grandparents did in the circumstances that they were put in, having to come to a country like this, more than I am proud of me saying that I'm from here. I'm proud of the things that we made culturally here. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the way that we, incorporated different elements of, maybe, so let's say, for example, like, let's say jungle.
Yeah.
Musically, yeah.
Come on.
I'm very proud of the way that some of the young producers and DJs at the time took elements of, rave music that was happening here and dancehall music and fused and put it together. All my favorite, when I listened to, like, when I was growing up and there was like a couple jungle tunes and that, I just remember hearing like just bare flipping. It just felt like I connected with it because of the samples that was in drum and bass, well, jungle music at the time. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm proud of what they've done there. I'm proud of, you know, the man them that are like, that came from certain environments or whatnot, and I'm staying with music here, and you know what, like, garage was a thing. And even though we can, there's an argument to say, or strong argument, in fact, to say that was another thing that we created. But I'm so proud of like what came out of that in regards to like grime, and then what ended up happening with UK rap, and like some of the things that I experienced and all of these type of things. I'm so proud of that. And it makes me proud to be where I'm from, but it doesn't make me proud to be a part of, to say that I'm born in this country.
No.
Does that make sense?
1 million.
Do you understand what I'm
Chuckie,
saying?
I can even show you, even for how I look at it. I'm proud my parents made a sacrifice so much more so I could learn more. I'm proud my parents came over here to survive but carried faith with them.
Yeah.
Because with them carrying faith and survival, it gave me the balance of thinking I can do more with what I have.
Right.
That's what I'm happy for. I'm happy for my grandparents coming over here and trying. They had a little house and they done the most. They raised how many? 7 kids in one area. Well done for you lot. Because with that, I have opportunities. I have a bigger family. I have cousins now. I don't need to go and look for their friends. I got my cousins. We can create memories. We can create opportunities. We can create economy. We can create all of these things. So I'm happy for all of that. But like you said, I'm happy that what my community that lived and existed where they did came and brought over here. I'm not happy with what was accessible over here. Neither were they. That's why we all created all of these new things for us to do over here of some interest. Drill, grime, you name it. Garage, fashion, all of these things we brought over here because we weren't happy with what we saw. So am I happy with what given to me over here? No, I was given minimal resources over here, and because of faith we produced more. So I'm happy with what my community brought over here. Know what you had accessible to us. You didn't have nothing accessible to us.
Come on.
So I'm sorry, Richard Blackwood, man loves you, bro, but that hurt, bro. For you to say them type of things there, brother, I watched you on TRL only because of you, bro. I watched the Richard Blackwood show on Channel 4. I watched all of this stuff for you to come do Hollyoaks and say that.
I'm just also looking here. It's gone now. There was an exhibition. Yeah, I hope they bring this back. But the exhibition, I told you about this before. Do you remember when I told you about the exhibition called Return of the Rude Boy?
Go on.
It was at Somerset House. Yeah. And basically, it was about black men and women that had come to this country, or they might have been, let's just say they'd either come to this country, or they were first generation, and they were like creating their own things in regards to style, and like they had their own style, the way that they dressed, their flamboyancy and all of these things, and when you looked at it, it had like all these pictures of like them at, you know, like a sound system dance or whatever it may be, right? And you look at the way that they dress, and then you look at high-end fashion, and you realise this high-end fashion stuff that they're showing you now on this catwalk and that, these man and women brought this here years ago. That's what they were doing. Like the pictures are there as evidence. Do you get what I'm saying? It was one of the, like, my mum taught me, big up to my mum, by the way. I swear, my mum is a G when it comes to these things, you know. So sometimes she'll say to me, oh, like, you know, I really want you to come to this exhibition with me and whatnot. And I don't want to do it, really. I'm like, but you know what? All right, cool, Peter's not going, or things not going, or whatever. I'll roll. Then I roll, and I'm like, oh, this thing's hard. She took me to, she said, oh, like, there's a theatre play, and it's about Lovers Rock and that. And I'm like, Mum, that's your thing, man. Like, I'm just not even really on that. But you know what? Yeah, you know what? Top me. Pause.
Whoa.
I know, strong. Sorry.
Oh, you want to be top strong?
No.
We're gonna hold a punishment for that one.
Raw.
What did you say?
He's gonna hold a punishment for that one.
Wow.
I'm going to poet first.
So you're gonna give him a punishment.
That's the punishment. I'm going to poet first.
Oh.
Big man, I don't know about this, but
That's
just
still a
want to
bit. That's still a bit.
Oh,
techie.
nah, look at
That's
that.
still a bit. That's still a bit. Yeah, then what? You're gonna go to him first because for punishment.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Anyway, forget about it. So, anyway,
My lord.
she's saying, "Oh yeah, I want to take you to this thing. Like it's a theatre play, and it's about Lovers Rock or whatever." And in my head, I'm like, "Lovers Rock is your thing. I didn't grow up on that." But I went to the theatre. Do you know who starred in it? Ashley Chin.
No way.
Bro, and he had when I tell you,
Shout out Ashley Chin, man.
His yard accent was absolutely incredible, bro.
Serious?
It was sick. I can't remember the name of the play, but it was only on for like a couple of days. But Ashley Chin was in it.
Shout
Big
out
up
Ashley Chin. Every single time.
Yeah, man. Honorable shout out to him. You got another howler?
Now, big man, when you think about brands, if I said to you SN1, that's a brand. Who do you think of?
Gigs and
I like that.
and Speng.
If I said to you Play Dirty, that's characters. Who do you think about?
Correct one, Conan.
If I said to you Street Fighter, let's take it back. Who do you think of?
Street Fighter. Oh, Ace and Viz and them, man.
Street Fighter? You think of Ryu and Ken, no?
Oh yeah. Oh shit. I thought
Big
you were
man,
talking
keep
about.
your mind in what I'm dealing with here
Oh,
right
sorry,
now, because
no.
your mind's going all over the place. big
Yeah,
man.
sorry. I thought you were talking about a
I'm just
logo
gonna give you
thing.
another one. If I give you Nintendo, what do you think
Oh
of?
yeah, of course. Like a game to play in that.
What game would you think of when I say
Mario
Nintendo?
Kart or
You can't
Mario.
get-
Super
Could
Mario.
you imagine Nintendo and Mario having a divorce?
No.
Could you imagine Sega and Sonic having a divorce?
Absolutely not.
Gigs and SN1?
Hell no.
Poet and Halfcast.
You must be crazy. And
But
it's
it
not called
happened because we made
half-cut.
HC. We
And-
did have a
right.
divorce. So,
All
come
right.
on, you're not on.
I hear you. Strong. And I
How
get you.
are Disney trying to get rid of Mickey Mouse?
What?
This stinks.
You what?
You what? Disney are trying to get rid of Mickey Mouse. Disney might soon get rid of Mickey Mouse. He might leave. This is facts.
Don't make me turn up there with some sweets.
He was created in 1928, and in 2024, he might go. The copyright law of Mickey Mouse expires then, which means that Disney may no longer be used. Mickey Mouse? Who is gonna front Disney?
Wow.
You can't have Posty and GRM have a divorce. You can't have Rashid and Link Up TV have a divorce.
So where are they gonna take Mickey Mouse then? Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon can't take Mickey Mouse.
They ain't got the bread for that.
Can you imagine Mickey Mouse on Link Up TV?
Of course not.
This doesn't make sense, my brother. So for me, I'm letting Mickey Mouse know he's got a home here.
Wait, ain't Mickey got a gal?
Minnie!
So what? She's just chilling there and what? And what? He's gone.
Don't you know the stories of how women have sometimes ruined a man's progression? I don't say it always happens, but Achilles heel. Achilles. Do you remember what happened to Achilles?
Heel.
He saw the young lady. He was distracted. Boom! Arrow in the Achilles. Boom! Now him dead.
Come on.
This is Mickey Mouse and Minnie. Minnie's gonna just chill out. She's still got her contract. She's doing her thing. Mickey now.
Just Mickey.
Mickey just
I'll tell-
the
let me-
one that's going, bro.
Let me tell you this. If Minnie's real, she's busting out.
What? Is Paige still in the house? Because Jax is gone.
She ain't bust out. That's not real.
I'm telling you. Now you begin to wonder what Goofy was really doing.
I'm telling you.
Is Goofy Adam?
I'm telling you.
Because there are some men in Love Island that also deserve some big howlers.
So what? Minnie's just gonna chill in the yard? Or
I'm saying,
in wherever they're chilling?
I never trusted Minnie anyway.
Why?
Because she was always looking over cute.
Yeah,
She
I
never
hear that,
really
bro.
downplayed it.
Anyway, I thought she fancied Roadrunner.
Yeah.
I thought she had a
So
thing
it's
for
the road
Roadrunner.
use, isn't it? The road use
Yeah.
always take.
I think she had a thing for him and Popeye and them man there. You get what I'm saying?
Roadrunner from Looney Tunes.
Same thing.
It don't matter. There's no rules. There's no
Where's
rules.
Popeye from?
Popeye.
Yeah, the
I
one,
just don't-
the guy who ate the spinach and that, and his arms got wham.
Don't think he was Disney.
He definitely wasn't Disney.
That man there was parring, man.
You know, he was watching all cartoons together. He just taped them and they were all mixed together. Like it just
Them man
he
they were
taped one
powering.
and then taped over it.
Listen,
So now
man,
he
when I
just
was a
watched-
youth, yeah, man. It was what was on the TV. As far as I'm concerned, these that were all in the same world. They might have been in different countries and that, but they were human beings. But and as far as I'm concerned, they were cartoons
You were never
that was
in
doing their
control,
thing.
innit?
Huh?
You were never in control of the remote, were you?
I was never in control.
Alright.
Never in control.
The last howler, I'm afraid I've got to give it to an artist.
Ready for it.
Basically, as you know, it was Wireless.
Mm-hmm.
Two artists actually,
Ready for
and
it.
they're not English. Because the English don't really make mistakes. They just get into situations. They're never premeditated. They just always end up there. That's why I love England. Very just organic. Like the milk that should be in your fridge. That milk doesn't exist in Nicki Minaj's fridge. She's out here pushing gal, telling gal shush, and trying to escape Camden only to say, I love the Brits. Big man, they say seeing is believing. And guess what? I saw what I saw. You pushed a young girl.
Why did you push her like that?
Why'd you push her like that? She just can't believe she's one of your bobs. She's one of your bobs. That's how you treat your bobs?
Wasn't it a young guy, by the way?
No. Oh, so now you're kidding. Yeah,
I thought it was.
You're out of order.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you better hope she identifies as a guy. It's 2022.
Sorry.
You're out of order.
Well, this could be a non-binary thing.
Could be. I doubt it is, but I just think personally for me, the way you treated the English when you went to Camden for your surprise meet and greet, I don't know what you expected, big man. Camden don't just see Nicki Minaj every day. It's gonna get mad.
Right.
I think you could have treated them a little better. That's me.
Yeah.
That's me. But the other artists, I mean, it's bad enough they didn't know the words to any other song. And I love this artist. He's a very, very talented young man. But when you do a song called The Box in Finsbury Park, there's a couple of people in the crowd I wanted to box. The N-word sounded too loud.
Oh, shit.
We're the Minority Report. Right. We couldn't have all said that so loud.
Come on.
I saw white people that lost their fucking mind. I'll let you know. Go to a Little Duval show. You can't say the N-word. He will point you out. Do better, Roddy Rich. Do better, Roddy Rich. That's what I'm asking. Do better.
You know what? With that actually being said, I remember I went to Wireless on the R&B day.
Oh shit, I gotta go soon.
Oh yeah, we have it. Jack Harlow was performing on the R&B day, but yeah. Do you know what he did though? That was like, I know people do this all the time, but he did Churchill. What's the Churchill? Churchill Downs, yeah. But he got someone to come up and do Drake's part, and at first I was like, he doesn't seem like he's vetting this properly because he's asking a couple of people or whatever. Then in the end, he's picked some Don. He's come up on the stage, and then like, Jack's doing his part, and I'm thinking that they're supposed to be doing it together because the guy's not saying the lyrics properly or whatever. But anyway, see when it got to Drake's part, yeah? Okay, this guy bodied it, you know. I can't even lie. He absolutely...
Serious?
Bro, he bodied it because he did it a cappella as well. So like when Jack Harlow did his part, and then as soon as it got to the Drake part, the song stopped. And then the brother just kept, like, he just kept going. But you know, like, as they're saying the bars, they're not saying the bars like on a beat. They're just saying it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, just saying the bar and that, and they're looking at each other and whatever. Bro, he had it down packed. Whoever you are, bro, you absolutely smashed it that day.
Oh, you a drink, mate.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you a couple
He was
drinks. Go
so
on,
good.
son.
He was so good.
That's good, man.
That
Shout
was
out
a good
Jack
day.
Harlow as well, man. My brother.
And big up to all the people that I met out there and that as well still.
Shout out H. I love him as well.
Honourable shout out to H. H is still better than Jack Harlow.
Yep,
But
that's
yeah,
all right.
big
Shout out
him up.
Frisco every single time.
Oh yeah.
You have
Bad
to
and
shout out
clean.
Frisco.
Yeah, bad and
New
clean.
label soon as well.
Yeah.
He's Infamous is going to be one of the first artists.
He said Infamous is cold, by the way.
We just got to shout this stuff out.
Wait, Infamous. This is what we do,
This is what we
by
gotta
the way.
shout
This is
this
what we're
stuff
supposed
out.
to do. Infamous has got a tune with Shaka.
Oh my gosh, I see Shaka today. He phoned me.
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah, big shout out Shaka.
Shaka
This
ain't
is
called
what we
me
gotta
for a
do.
minute. Shaka, shout me, brother.
Shaka, this is what we got to do.
Let me try and see if I can find this.
Shout out
With
the
him.
man. Jesse James, I see you're coming back. This is what you got to do.
Let me see if I can find this. With
Shout
him.
out Lippy. He was far too funny.
It's
on
called
Twitter the other
Badder.
day. He killed, man.
Alright, YouTube lot, you're gonna suffer for a moment, but hear this. He's
You know what?
bad. I'm on him. He's bad.
Shout out
Infamous.
Do you know what? I wanted to show you my themes today, you know. I was going to come in and play it, but when I saw Chuckie at the shop, I thought I was going to come in. I was going to have a theme song. But I'm going to play the theme song now. Can I say my theme song for the day?
Go on.
Obviously, people on YouTube, this ain't going to be for you. East Africa, when you go home today, I don't know what time it's going to be. I don't even know who's in your house. Now, I want you to say to them, for 4 minutes, I just want your attention. I want you to play this
love
rhythm.
this tune.
I want you to sit down. I want you to invite your family in the living room. I want you to
love
host it.
this tune.
I want you to get a couple of drinks. I want you to let them know for the next 4 minutes, we have to want what we want. Because you know why? That's just my vibe.
Mad.
That's just my vibe. That is my funeral song.
Cool.
100%. 100%. When I die, that's what I need played.
That's a song. Mary
Certain
J.
people.
Be happy. Alright, cool. Yeah, honourable shout out to Benja again. We moved the birthday party Saturday the 23rd of July.
Yes, tell them again, bro.
Saturday the 23rd of July, we are going to be at Ministry of Sound Outdoor Courtyard. Yeah? By the time you hear this, it might be too late because the tickets might have already sold out still.
That's the vibe, bro. They just sell out like that. So why would you wait?
But just go if you might find a ticket. chuckieonline.co.uk. The tickets are there.
Say it again.
chuckieonline.co.uk. Tickets are there. Oof. And it is Saturday 23rd, and it's a day party. So it is starting at 2, finishing at around 9. We might go till 10.
I'm there from 1.
Right, I'll be there from early still.
I'm Chuckie.
We're gonna celebrate.
Nothing stops me from being there. Nothing.
We're gonna celebrate.
Are you playing R&B?
Oh,
You playing R&B?
I don't know if I'm actually gonna DJ.
Someone has to play Be Happy.
But I'm gonna I'm gonna have that pattern though. I got the DJ's pattern, and also as well. Yeah. Anyway, we'll do that when it comes. But flipping, yeah, good. Let's go on. Thanks, bro.
Chuckie, I love you. It's another year.
I love you too, my bro.
It's another year that you've done.
I didn't get to say happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Progression again. You've done your thing. Another year again. Can't lie. Every year you've grown. Fam, I wonder what the fuck happens next year. I don't know what the hell is gonna happen. This podcast, one of the best things that happened to me in my life, bro. Try me.
But same for you as well, bro. You know what I mean? Some people can have a good hot year, 2 years or whatever, but you've just been out here for just a long time, just being impactful and genuine. I'm not even saying this to be funny, but doing your bit for the community, which is, I know, the most important thing to you. Do you get what I'm saying?
I love that.
So yeah, man, blessed love every time.
But it's your birthday, man. Fuck me, man.
Your birthday was last week. It's our birthday together.
Oh yeah, I died though.
It's not like your birthday was ages ago. Alright, thanks for listening, everyone. Yeah, love.